This Christmas, Fidelity Bank is still the one. One easy monthly payment, the only one with a quick approval, and one chance to win an extra $5,000 in cash. Apply for a personal loan today for your chance to win big. Call 356-7764 for more details and make that move to Fidelity Bank today.
Fidelity, we're good for you.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, streaming on GuardianTalkRadio.com and the Guardian Radio app, Nassau, Bahamas. The views and opinions of the hosts and guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views of the management and staff of Guardian Radio.
Good yawning this morning. Welcome back to Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, your station for fresh news, smart talk all day. It is Friday, the 3rd of January, 2025, and you are on the clock with Erin, Greene. Today I have Mr. Stanley Mitchell joining me in studio. We talk in Junkanoo and we talk in sports. At this time of the year, the local sports reporters put together their lists of top athletes of the year, and we're going to go through the lists for top junior male and female athletes, top senior male and female athletes, and the Nassau Guardians, a team of the year. And the other, we're going to talk about all of that. And some sports stories. Bahamas Bowl is back. And actually, I'm really interested in this story, I guess, because of what I read in it. We can get to that in a moment. Producer, you can't pull the clip from the ZNS coverage of the Alive 2024 New Year's Day Junkanoo Parade. I trying to find the portion of the Redland Soldiers. My most favorite part of Junkanoo this year, the parade that is, was Redland Soldiers music. Redland Soldiers, a small B group. They added vocals. They added vocals to their music section, and it's the sweetest thing I ever heard. And it's not just the sound, because I don't expect it to sound like a concert with the best sound engineers working it. But to hear those young people elevate their voice through the crowd, I don't know if they had mics or not, but to hear voices, to hear them singing along with their music, that for me was the best part of Junkanoo. It was the most authentic innovation, right? The most authentic innovation that I think I've seen. Better than the car that you didn't build yourself and you didn't create people. Better than whatever technique that the Saxons used to make their costumes glow in the night light. I mean, it was mesmerizing. I could be honest with you. It was mesmerizing. We can talk a little bit about that, but I would say, producer, if you could find that portion of the Redland Soldiers where they look like they at the end of their parade route, where they singing, that would be fantastic. Good morning, Mr. Mitchell. How you do?
I'm great. How are you?
I am good, thank you. Let's dive into...
The Saxons won. I couldn't feel better.
Yeah. I try to tell these people, it's hard being with the spirit when you come from Saxon's land.
Truth be told, there are a lot of FNMs that were PLPs, and my problem is there weren't any Saxons when the Valley. So for 6 years, I had to be associated with the Valley. But once the boys started the Saxons 6 years later, I think it was, I've been that ever since, and it's wonderful. This second time we did a four-peat. People don't know this. They think we just reached with this, but stop me talking about Saxons and Junkanoo right now.
No, man. I mean, okay, we're going to get into that because what's fascinating to me is the Junkanoo community documenting these conversations, right? But let me run through the sports, and we can get back to Junkanoo because next week our Friday is going to be a public holiday. We have Majority Rule Day, the 10th of January, and so I won't be here to talk sports. So I will just get some stats in as the NFL is about to close out its regular season. I think we got 1 week left, week 18. I should do a quick run through of week 17. Chiefs beat Steelers. Chiefs are holding that number one spot tightly. They start week 18 at 15-1. Eagles versus Cowboys, 41-7. Cowboys. Anyway, the Eagles are sitting nice and sweet at the top at 13-3. And then, of course, the last time we spoke, the Dolphins beat the 49ers. I tell you all, we already had our Super Bowl. This is our second Super Bowl. But not just that, the Dolphins are now sitting at where you all are, Dolphins, 8-8, and the 49ers are sitting at 6-10. The Chiefs have held their own this season. The Lions at 14-2, the Vikings at 14-2. They're matching up this week, week 18. That's going to be a hot game. The Bills sneaking right in there at 13-3. Packers at 11-5. Ravens at 11-5. And so I got a small bet going with somebody that the Dolphins could make it into the wild card competition. I still got 1 week to hope. Be very easy. It's just we have to win our game and maybe somebody else's game for them. And everybody else above us have to lose a game this week for us to get into wild card contention. But I am here for it. And you see, we are big NFL fans, spectators. But the question is, how many of us are going out to the Bahamas Bowl this Saturday, following a 1-year absence? The longest-running international bowl game in college football history returns to Nassau for its 8th edition on Saturday, January the 4th. That's tomorrow, kickoff at 11 a.m. at the Thomas A. Robinson Stadium. The event will be televised by ESPN. Mr. Mitchell.
What are you talking about? You said something there about the longest. Read that again for me.
The article indicates that the Bahamas Bowl is the longest running international bowl game in college football history.
Give me a break. I believe you're all aliens, you know.
Possibly.
You think the people in New Zealand care if the Dolphins beat anybody?
At all. See, here's my...
Give me a country, give me a region, but don't give me this one place playing up against each other all year, and I'm supposed to follow them. I could follow Jazz, I could follow Buddy, I could follow our players in these leagues now. But Andre Rogers came around in 1967. What are we dealing with?
Well,
why are you all so interested in this? I could watch Seinfeld sometimes or Monk, but I
could tell you why they're interested in it.
This thing with y'all with these let's go to the C.I. Gibson gym, let's go to D.W. Davis and watch our people play volleyball and go out in droves. Well, we hate some here, we losing everything. I feel like a stranger in my own country.
Oh, it feels like that plenty. The reason why I'm reading the story is because on the sports side, but the commentary in the story is actually from the Ministry of Tourism. And then you realize that, and the article says that this is a part of the Sports in Paradise Tourism Initiative.
Give me a break.
And I wonder if the people in tourism understand that you grow sports spectators from the ground up. Right? That's how it works. The same thing with music. Musicians, when you see them on MTV, there's like an iceberg. When you see them on MTV, that's the tip outside of the water. The body of work is
underneath.
Right, and it's homegrown. These stars that we celebrate, they had a fan base that celebrated them from home before we even knew they existed. And so I wonder if the Ministry of Tourism understands how sports spectatorship grows, right? And that it's going to be difficult to provide the environment for this international game here if you don't already have a local environment of football players in here and people who watch local football players. And a part of the drive is that maybe one day our local team will be competing with this international team. Yes, sir.
I agree with you all the way.
And so it's great to say, okay, we have this initiative, but how does this initiative grow the local sports space? And if we find that it doesn't grow, that it takes advantage of, that it diminishes what can be possible locally, then we have to get rid of it.
It's like the cruise ships digging up our seabed and we getting some $22 a person departure tax and $50 hamburgers online. Make no sense.
At all. And nobody's happy. The cruise passenger's not happy. The local Bahamian is not happy. And ultimately, the bottom line won't be happy, and they'll move their bottom line somewhere else.
We quote numbers.
Right, and leave the collateral damage.
Meanwhile, the stay in hotel thing dropped 8 or 9% this year.
Yeah.
But nobody looking at that. That scares the living daylights out of me.
9%.
Yeah.
That's
dropped.
Yeah, that's a lot.
And when you say 2 million, you know what 9% is, or 10%?
That's too much.
200,000 people didn't come.
So
didn't stay.
200,000 times 22.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, not I'm talking about the drop in
tourism numbers
in who stay.
Yeah, overnight.
Overnight tourists in hotels and go to clubs and do things.
Right.
Not them people who
So here's a question.
come for a minute and go back home.
Can we use like a game like this? Is it possible, your experience of sports, to use, like I'm going to say ESPN international community, international games like this to draw more overnight tourists here?
You talk to tourism and they'll tell you that there are some heads in beds because of some support groups or even fans or parents or who. But in my opinion, not enough to have the running to finish the stadium or patching it up just because they have under some contract to play here. They want to come here.
Yeah.
They got nothing to do with us.
Yeah.
They put but the 50 people who go to see that game in one area, so when ESPN camera passed by, it looked like a crowd was in. They even tell them, like in the studio with Family Feud, say yeah when the camera passed. Bunch of nonsense. Whole country. I'm living in, this ain't a real country, you know.
I can be honest with you. More and more, it feels like a plantation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't even know where my spot is on the plantation.
Well, I know where they want to put me. I know where they want to keep me, and I am not for it. I am not for it.
Let's go into that.
Yes, we got a caller coming in, producer. Let's take that call. We're going to finish up NFL run. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, Erin. Happy New Year to you and to Mr. Mitchell.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. Just want to make a comment in respect to what Mr. Mitchell is talking about. You know, when he's talking about local participants or local persons getting involved, going out to see I. Gibson Gym. Mm-hmm. How about if we embark on a campaign to make the Bahamas the safest place on planet Earth? You think people will come out? You see, it's many reasons why, or mitigating factors why people are not coming out and supporting these games locally. You know, the Bahamas is not I mean, but particularly, let's say Nassau is not a safe haven. It's not a safe haven.
Can I say something to you?
Going to risk coming out to these activities, they end up getting themselves into problems. That's our biggest problem.
Okay.
Maybe the Ministry of Tourism could look at this. We're not that big.
Not Ministry of Tourism. I kind of get the point you're making, but it's not Ministry of Tourism because I remember going out. To the basketball court in Johnson Road by Dick Moss Club, and they used to have night league games out there. We had a vibrant basketball little thing in Johnson Road, right? And so I could appreciate the idea that the fear of crime may have driven people or been a factor in driving people away from local sports. But it's not Ministry of Tourism we go to talk to.
No, but
we go to talk to MPs and constituencies.
They bring in the most people. They bring in the most people in the Bahamas in terms of tourists. So they can start about. You could imagine, Erin, if we were using this through the Ministry of Tourism, saying that the Bahamas is the safest place on planet Earth.
Okay.
Imagine the amount of people would flock to the Bahamas.
Absolutely. Let me let Mr. Mitchell respond. Thank you.
Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you have to live it for it to be. You just can't say it. But the other thing, we just had the biggest show on earth. We had 6, 7, 8,000 people there 2 days, and I don't hear anything about any crime. The police did a wonderful job.
Well.
And if an organization, and we have stuff, world relays and stuff at the stadium all the time, and we flock out there when it happens, what are you saying? You can go anywhere. I don't stay home in this town for nothing. I out somewhere in the back of Fox Hill or down. And it's a perception of this crime, but they got you all on this plantation, got you all hustling to work in the morning, hustling home, locking up behind bars and stuff, and you all won't shout to your MP like Mr. Greene was saying and talk to them about their own personal safety in your neighbor, in your community, and you want it to happen when you go to the gym. Gym is the easiest place to protect you. The organization that's putting on basketball, volleyball, or whatever it is, have security there. That's how all other countries live. We can't live like that. We might as well forget it. A fourth world country.
And let me go to this caller, and like you said, it's not just perception, fear, perception of crime and the fear that it drives, but cultural imperialism and the perception of who we are.
Yeah.
Do we imagine ourselves American and thus think our local sports are beneath us?
Yeah.
Well, let's go to the phone line. Yeah. Good morning, caller.
Morning, niece and uncle.
Morning. How you do, cousin?
Fine. I'll be like, you can be. I'm my niece host the show.
He's your cousin on the other side.
Possibly.
Yeah, because he ain't my cousin.
Pumpkin, we gotta be HHD cousins today.
Yeah.
How you doing, uncle?
All right, how are you?
I'm fine. Made some good point. 2 points to touch on Erin Greene quickly.
Mm-hmm.
It's marketing.
Yeah.
We have this thing at the Sports Center every year now, and it's going to be tomorrow or maybe next year. Mr. Dutcher to spend money marketing on ESPN. I watch college football. They should have, during the college football season, they should have been marketing. Hello?
Yeah,
we're listening.
Yeah, separately, that we got this thing happen in the Bahamas every year.
Mm-hmm.
And come to the Bahamas, sponsored by tourism, Bahamas here and all that. Let's look at collegiate basketball. Collegiate basketball that come here every November somewhere or Paradise Island.
Mm-hmm.
That is market. I'm a sports addict.
Yeah.
That is market on ESPN.
Mm-hmm.
Before it comes, everybody knows it's coming to Atlanta. Everybody knows the women's area is coming to Bahamas.
Mm-hmm.
But we have a sport like that. I like football. It needs to be marketed.
Okay.
Because I believe now, your uncle can know this, I will be able to understand NFL rules or college rules.
Mm-hmm.
Football, they understand dolphin and things like that. Yes, they watch it.
Yeah.
But they understand basketball. They understand NBA rules and everything. So we have to market that. And on a local sport, let me wrap it up here.
Mm-hmm.
Local sports need to elevate. That's a long thing we need to talk about next time. It's the same thing, Macklin. You want me to come to your local sport? The police force do private security.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, hire the police force do private security, and don't put Bengay people. I ain't coming to watch Bengay because when you go to NBA, you're watching young people
Yeah.
slamming the balls.
Yeah. The politicians
to
versus
watch
pastors has its appeal, but we don't watch that all the time.
No. That's for the retirement. Yeah, you have a retirement park.
Mm-hmm.
You watch that. But if you elevate the sport and you have a marketing team, hire you or hire someone else or myself, the team would flow.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
Yes,
You
man.
too, have
Pumpkin Eater,
one.
thank you. You raised 2 points for me. No, 1 point, and then the other one came on its own, wandering through my mind. The first point is, I remember, I think it's Rotary. They did grill competition, right? And people build their own grills. Tailgating is a part of football. Rotary, let's get a tailgating competition out. Who could put on the best spread? Who have the most tailgaters in their party? Let's figure out how to incentivize people to come out if this is what we're doing. I don't like wasting money I could be spending on mangoes. I don't like wasting it. The second thing is this. Thank you, Pumpkin Eater, for bringing this image into my head. I remember that Miyagi Cartwright was the number 1 3-pointer in the pastors versus politicians game, and now I'm convinced that the F&M planned it. They must have planned it. They got their best shooter to throw the mace out the window. Thank you, Pumpkin Eater, for reminding me. Thank you. Okay, I got a couple of texts here. Okay, sorry about that text. I can't answer that. There's a text. Though I get his point, I disagree with Mr. Mitchell. Why should I be interested in Jesse Owens or Jackie Robinson? Beyond the obvious, they're black athletes. They're simply great. I feel a connection to them. If I feel a connection to the Miami Dolphins, I will also follow them. That does not stop me from caring about and following Buddy or Jazz. My heart, big, big. Okay.
I didn't say that. I said I would follow Buddy and Jazz.
Yeah.
But I'm not following these teams as if I'm some American.
Yeah.
That's all. And when Jackie came and Andre came, and that was all we had. We've grown from there. Grow.
More than all you had, it's not even that. It's that at that time, blackness, see, right, ancestry and race were lived differently. At that time, Jackie was one of us. We was one of him. He was not a part of America.
He was breaking the barrier for all of us, like Mandela.
Right.
He was breaking the barriers.
LeBron ain't breaking no barriers.
No.
Even as an example of a man who it appears has lived a decent life, right? An example of a man who has played the game, they say, with integrity. This boy ain't break no barriers. There thousands of men been doing it every day, just not on the camera. And so it's about a sense of time and a sense of space and connection.
Let me see if I could explain it. It's difficult, but I will watch a clip of Steph Curry doing his thing, or like I used to do Michael Jordan or Dr. J. But I'm not going to sit and watch these people, these aliens, play their game versus going out to a local basketball, softball, baseball game. That's all I'm saying. Let's support our own. The dream is our own team. I went to Valencia, Spain, to see if we were going to qualify. I went to France to the Olympics. I've been to Grenada, to Carifta. I want to see our people perform with Bahamas on their chest. I ain't following these people no more. And I wish I could get me 10 more, that's all.
I got you. Let's go to the phone line, and then I got a text here. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, Ms. Greene, and Happy New Year to you and your guests. I just thought that I'll make this one correction. Andre Rogers made it to the majors in 1957, 10 years after the Jackie Robinson. So that is very significant. But he said 67, it was 57.
I get old. You know I know.
Yeah, I know you know.
Thank you. Thank you, Uncle. And listen,
All right. Y'all take care.
absolutely. I went to summer camp in Eleuthera all my childhood. People in Eleuthera support softball and baseball. When I was growing up.
They used to. They
Yeah.
don't anymore. You can't get people who used to play to come out to fix the fields for the younger people in Eleuthera to play now. The fields growing up all over each other, and the older fellas sitting right there who used to play exceptional softball. And they won't even lift a hand to help. Something wrong with this country.
They hurt. They're hurt, right?
Yeah.
They're hurt because they didn't realize that they had to do the work and create the environment for the work to excel in at the same time, right? As an advocate in the Bahamas, human rights advocate, that's what I had to do. I had to do the work of advocacy and do the work of growing a culture of appreciation for advocacy at the same time.
Wow.
And that's a different space from sports. Imagine you are succeeding, you excelling, and still ain't nobody care.
Right, and no one recognized
Yeah.
what you did, and they put a bunch of other idiots in what they call this hall of clowns, and you right there knowing you was one of the best pitchers in the world.
Absolutely.
You know what did me good as a youngster? I would play with my peers, but I would sit on the side and watch the bigger boys play, and I'd ask an older fella to throw with me, and when they did, that was the greatest thing. That made me a great baseball and softball player, fans. And I enjoyed that he'd come and say, hold on, and then throw, and we'd catch. And I'd see he'd throw hard, and I had to catch it or get killed. But
There's nothing my neighbor grandson loved more than when Papa or Dada grabbed the ball and let's talk. And he's still getting coordinated. He loves it. Okay, let's go to the phone line, and then we're gonna finish up this portion of the sports. We're gonna move to the top scorers in the Nassau Guardians top athletes of the year. Let me say competition, but their annual declaration. Producer, let's go to the phone line. Good morning, caller. We're coming to you right now. Good morning.
Early days to this new year, and of course you and your guest, Erin.
Yes, sir.
What I want to ask, right? Is there any women's league softball nowadays?
Yeah, man. Absolutely.
Yeah? Well, what are the names? Because I don't hear of them.
I can be honest with you, Bremen. I can't call the names off by heart right now. And I tell you, I've been a bit remiss in covering the national softball and baseball competitions. But they got a vibrant league. Man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Erin, you should try get them on the radio so we can know what's happening. Because I don't hear of any nowadays.
I got you. I can start reaching out to them to have them on as guests. But remember to tune into Guardian 11 a.m. Saturday morning, the accredited sports show with men who say they know sports.
I might be to chase us that time.
Okay.
That's tomorrow?
Yeah, tomorrow, every Saturday, 11 a.m.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, but I'm going to chase tomorrow.
Okay.
Probably I'll catch it one of these Saturdays.
Yeah, but I'm going to
All
do...
the best to you all.
Raymond, Happy New Year, hey?
All right, thank you.
Blessings.
Many happy returns.
Yes,
your
sir.
brother was the greatest the Bahamas ever seen.
Yeah.
There you go.
He went so quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyhow, all the best.
Blessings, condolences, and love. All right, let's go to the next caller. Yes, Bremen. It's good to hear your voice. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, Miss Greene. Good morning, Mr. Mitchell.
Morning, sir.
And Happy New Year to all of my disabled friends, Bremen, Pumpkin, and everyone.
Yes, sir.
Especially good morning, Happy New Year. Before you go in to do the local thing,
Yeah.
and I just don't want to ask an international sports question, but I hear something on the news about, I think that's Mark knows who play tennis for us.
Okay.
His son doing something in sports, either football or something.
Yeah, he's playing football. Playing American football.
He's playing college ball?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can write that down and I can start doing my research.
I didn't get his name, but I said maybe we could follow him. I have two questions.
Uh-huh.
And maybe Mr. Mitchell could answer one, but I need you to ask it the right way so That's scared. But you know what is the problem with that Jimmy Butler man? I mean, what do you name?
Jimmy Butler from the Miami Heat?
Yeah. What is it? He want more money or something, or what they ain't treating him right? The next question is, well, now, maybe you could ask Mr. Mitchell. How does he feel, or do he agree with what the incoming president is saying about women playing sports with women and not men?
You mean trans women in sports? Trans people in sports?
Yeah, like same sex.
You could ask me that straight up yourself.
No. I'm scared to ask you something.
No.
You good.
Listen to me.
You know you ain't scared of nothing.
No, I ain't scared, but boy, I don't know what to say.
I agree with him 100%.
Okay, that's good.
100%.
I mean, not surprised. I accept it. And even if you say you disagree, but sometimes I see some smart people in the world. You can tell them God is love, and they can tell you a reason why the way you say it.
It's wrong.
It could be said better.
Yeah. I don't want any trans people or advocates to turn on you, right, for asking a question. Sometimes that's why I tell you, let's phrase it differently. Trans people in sports, there's supposed to be a protocol, right? That if you're a trans athlete, that you are supposed to be tested over a year's time and you're supposed to hit certain markers, right? This is a very, very sensitive subject. And like the bathroom debate, which I think the appropriate answer to the bathroom debate is single stall bathrooms. If there's only one toilet in the room, then only one person should go in the room at a time, and thus we eliminate concerns about being in a bathroom with someone we're uncomfortable about. I think that is the most effective compromise or decision that we could make. Same thing in the sporting world. Right now, at this time, is it possible that we have a trans league?
Man, stop it.
A separation. They could play sports too, right?
Yeah, but there's two people. There's the person who had no idea that they were going to play sports and did a trance.
Okay.
Or those who just do a trance to get in the other competition.
Right. Yeah.
They are against.
Yeah.
You know, from man today and woman tomorrow, and you want to compete against women.
No, okay.
Get out of here.
And I think that's a nuance that has to be discussed.
No, I ain't discussing
Well,
that. I ain't in charge of World Athletics, and you ain't doing. I don't care what markers you hit.
Okay.
Go sail down the river in a canoe.
Yes, sir.
Let's go one way.
Let's go to the phone line. Producer. Yep. Good morning, caller. Good morning, caller. We lost you. I'm sorry about that. Okay, producer, you ain't find that little piece of music by Redland Soldiers, eh? Anyway, I forget my producer is another B group. If he tell me, Miss Greene, I can't never play no music from any other B group, I understand. Good morning, caller. Good morning, caller. You on the air? Why you trying to call me?
Hello?
Hi, good morning. It's you again, Bremen.
Yeah. What I want to say, right?
Turn the radio down.
Yeah, I'm going to do that right. What I want to say, right? Trans should not be playing with women because their bones are stronger than women. And anybody who has sense should know that, okay? If you are strong like a man, get man bones, whatever. But a woman has women bones and they are more frail. So they shouldn't play together. That's destroying a woman, and that's wrong.
Okay, Bremen, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you for your contribution. All right, let us make this trans. Oh boy, the text line has lit itself right back up. Happy New Year's and blessings, Lady Greene. Johnny Queen, me and my colleagues always enjoy listening to the exchange between you and Mr. Stanley Mitchell. Today we are extra enjoying it. Please bring Mr. Mitchell once every week or at least every 2 weeks. Please work it out. We are begging you. And Mrs. Stanley Mitchell, please work it out.
That reminds me of what I think Papa was saying about reaching out to the basketball people should be reaching out to you.
Yeah, man.
They should want their stuff, the softball people or whoever they are, reaching out to anybody. Bring your thing.
302-2300. Call the Nassau Guardian and let them know you trying to get on the show, on the clock, or Morning Blend, or Guardian Radio AM, even though they don't talk sports that much. But I can learn him a thing or two. But the people want to hear. That's the most important thing. You hear the people calling in today saying, we want to hear from these people. And that's a part of growing local sports as well, being available and accessible to your fan base because they want to know what you're doing. They want to see you get praise.
And you know the other part was when he said he didn't want to go see no band gay.
Yeah.
He didn't mean the pastors. He mean some fat old ladies who still playing softball into their 60s and volleyball and can't even get off the ground, expect people to come out and see them. No. You got to improve this whole thing.
You got to get fitter.
But they lazy sitting down watching your college girls play softball and say, themselves saying, wow, I could have been like that.
You could be like that right now.
This is a real country, you know.
I mean, there are master's programs all over the place. We have the Bahamian runner who just won 2 medals at the event. I can't remember his name right now.
Tim Munnings?
Yeah, Munnings. Absolutely, Munnings. But there's a lot of work that goes into growing and keeping alive local sports. Only local people could do it. You cannot rely on foreigners to build your local sports.
You got another hour?
No, but let's move quickly.
We have the buddy system in sports in the country that's killing it.
Okay.
You get a group of people, they get elected, and then they start coming up the ladder and they find places for everybody, whether they're capable or not. And they don't realize that when basketball gets a fella like, the alien who runs basketball in the U.S. now, he look like an alien.
Wemby? Oh, no, you mean the commissioner?
Commissioner.
Yeah.
They go outside and get people who can put it together, not these people who played or was on their team, and now he got to be assistant secretary, then vice president, then president, and all during that time ain't do shizer.
Mr. Mitchell, I came in here this morning to start my show with this phrase. The phrase I had intended to start my show was this. A D average is unsatisfactory. It's just not satisfactory. But social promotion is intolerable.
Yes.
Right? Social promotion is intolerable.
I believe I got it in 1 grade and got my eye, but don't worry about that.
Yeah. I think I get it too. They were like, she ain't trying. Push her forward, maybe she'll try.
Get out of this class.
And that speaks to what we're speaking about. We promote our friends, people we're comfortable with, without actually taking into account what the system that we're working in needs to survive at the base and thrive, right, at the top. And I think that is really what is hurting us. And like you say, athletes compete and they prove their worth, but the environment they compete in is impacted by those who were supposed to manage it, right? And so even with...
And always be on the cutting edge of it and know what to do with it.
Right, and one of these stories, so let's move quickly to Nassau Guardian's Team of the Year listing, right? There was a tight race between the men's national basketball team and the mixed relays team. They finished, let me get my notes right here. Senior men's team finished with 30 points. Mixed relay team, World Relays, finished with 27 points. We'll go to the mixed relay team and the whole discussion about would Shania Adley go to the Olympics, right? Very controversial, but it was controversial because of the way it was handled. The matter itself was not controversial. The controversy arrived in the way that it was handled and a disregard for the likelihood that you are creating a perception that you're prepared to just engage in some social promotion. In fact, the president of the Olympic Association is documented on camera saying, My daughter told me, like, y'all must understand, my daughter put pressure on me to make a decision, right? And it's like,
Don't
no,
that
you
sound
can't.
idiotic?
Why would you say that out loud?
Because it's a joke to him.
Yeah.
And let's get serious.
And
See no game.
that is the type of environment that causes people like Inni Lutra to say, guess what? I ain't cutting another lick of grass.
Yeah.
Because I despise softball now because of the way we have been treated. Yes, sir. Okay, so let's go into it. Top teams of the
But
year.
I agree with the what the name?
The assessment. Team of the year?
Yeah.
All right. So for team of the year, men's national basketball team in first place, mixed relay team in second place, senior men's national cricket team came third this year, and our cricket team excelled. They came third place in the International Cricket Council's Men's T20 World Cup America Sub-Regional Qualifier. They've qualified for the regional final that's going to be held this summer. And, I mean, life is full of irony. We just changed the national sport from cricket. And now these boys them will go win medal. When we get back from the break, we're going to go through the Nassau Guardians choices for athletes of the year and the rankings. We can call some young people them name. Because some of these young people, I mean, their names have been in the paper all year and they're worthy of praise. We'll be right back. Stay tuned. Guardian Radio 96.9 FM.
This holiday season, stay connected to the ones you love with Alive. Switch today and get 5 gigabytes of data free with your first 30-day plan. Whether you're sharing holiday moments or enjoying Jonkanuan Bay, Alive keeps you connected all season long. Visit BeAlive.com to make the switch today. It's good to be alive.
This holiday season, give the gift that lasts a lifetime. Financial freedom with CFAL. Whether you're looking to take the stress out of holiday giving or plan for the future, CFAL has you covered. With our suite of savings products, you can start with a minimal upfront investment and low monthly contributions. Get a jump start with 2025 financial goals with CFAL Savings Express. Or give the little ones a head start with the CFAL Education Plan. You can also secure your own future with the CFAL Blue Marlin Retirement Plan. This holiday season, make your gift count with CFAL, where small savings lead to brighter futures. Visit CFAL.com today to start building wealth so you can live well. Happy holidays from all of us at CFAL.
Love the show? Want to give your support? Become a sponsor today. Call 302-2300 for our rates and packages. That's 302-2300. Become a sponsor on Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Fresh news, smart talk, all day.
Good morning and welcome back to On the Clock with Erin, Greene. I've got Mr. Stanley Mitchell in studio with me. We are looking at top athletes of the year. Let's go through the list. I'm going to start with junior female athletes. The Nassau Guardians' choice for top female athlete, junior athlete of the year was Tasha Stubbs in athletics. She got 43 points. Renishka Gibbs in swimming, 41 points.
What's that age group? Or did you just say junior?
So VJ Edgecombe is a junior still.
Okay.
In fact, none of the articles actually listed what the category, the age thing is. I am remiss. But VJ Edgecombe is in the junior competition. Kiezra Thomas, athletics, 37 points. Diore Scott, athletics, 36 points. Fourth place, Jaleesa Clark, 10.
So you could say what they did, which sport? Or?
Diore Scott is.
They don't have it, you know.
Let me go to the main article.
That's all right. I told you.
I just can't remember off the top of my head. I want to say javelin, but I don't think Diore Ray Scott is javelin for junior female athlete of the year. Tasha Stubbs, under 20 girls division at Carifta. So it's under 20 is for juniors.
Okay.
Oh boy, Stubbs won gold with a heave of 50.94 meters. So that's javelin. Javelin. Finishing second. Renishka is swimming, I think, short course. She went to the Olympics this year with Lamar Taylor. They qualified to get in. Finishing third, Kayezra Thomas. 54.59 seconds in the finals. What's that? That's short sprints, 400 meters at the Carifta Games. Diore Scott, talented tennis player Jaleesa Clark, round up the top 5 with 36 and 28 points, respectively. I want to say to my... producer, let's prep that call to my sports writers. Man, give some more information. We interested in sports, but that don't mean we know everything. Good morning, caller.
Good morning. Happy New Year, Erin.
Happy New Year, sir. How you doing?
Just a quick word. I know it's almost 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
On the Vikings are going to win. They're going to beat the Lions because we played the Lions a bit too hard, and we showed that they can be beaten on defense. Their defense is indeed a bit tattered and torn. And they're coming off a short week, having to play us on Sunday night.
Mm-hmm.
Having to play I'm playing them on a Monday, and now they have to play again on Sunday night, even though it's a home game. They're going to lose.
Okay.
In the AFC, I can't wait for the Dolphins to not make the playoffs because the Broncos are going to win because the Chiefs are not going to play anybody. They're not playing any of their starters. So here ends the story. Here ends the starting season. And I get the last laugh.
You telling me that the Chiefs are going to let the Broncos win to keep the Dolphins out? Because I have a Chiefs fan friend that I go, wow.
Travis Kelce is playing with a hurt shoulder. He's been cool. They've been shooting it up, everything cool. Patrick Mahomes has had a bum ankle now for about a month. They're not playing their starters.
Yeah, they're saving them.
They're saving them for the playoffs.
They could still beat the Broncos. Don't watch nothing. We had a chance, man.
I need the Sardines out of the playoffs from it begins because they miss and sneak a win against me right before Christmas because they was playing my third stringers because they were playing the backup to the backup, and they have so much to say. I need to get my mouth back hard again and let them know, hey, you guys are still the Sardines. You guys still haven't won since Pillin was in his first run as Prime Minister in this country. Shut up.
Once is Dolphins, Cowboys, and 49ers sitting on the bench together, buddy. I could be happy.
That's all that's important. They need to get on the bench with us.
Okay.
Have a seat on the couch.
Okay, let me ask you a quick question. Somebody call in and say, what happened to Jimmy Butler? I going to tell them from Jimmy Butler permits here, I don't know what happened to Jimmy Butler. His whole attitude changed.
He wants more money. He's due $55 million next year, and he wants more than that. He has a play option for 55, but he wants an extension.
Hold on, $55 million for just 1 year?
Yeah.
And he want more than that?
Yes.
He still have the premier?
He wants to stay in Miami, and Padre Ali would give him the extension, but not with more money because, of course, as you know, his production has gone down since that magical run in 2023 to the NBA Finals.
Yeah. I'm not saying that it's the permed hair. I'm just saying whatever caused him to perm his hair is the problem.
You may have a point. But yeah, he wants an extension with greater money, and he's going to be traded. Let's see. Maybe the Suns for Bradley Beal, even though Beal has a no trade clause in his contract that he signed with the Suns when he came over. It was traded there. So we'll see.
Okay, look here. I was very upset at the way that our guy Klay Thompson was kind of released from the Warriors. I was upset at the conversations about his. They were trying to suggest that he was disgruntled, right? Read some great analysis that said, look, this boy had a phenomenal career, and then they just stopped playing him, right? But now he's in the Dallas Mavericks. He's with who's he with the Dallas Mavericks right now? He's
Kyrie and Luka.
Yeah. Man, this is a perfect move for him.
It was. Remember now, he has a surgery repaired ACL and an Achilles.
Okay.
So as far as the Warriors was concerned, the best of him would have been the end of the 2022 season when they beat the Celtics in the finals.
Okay.
Which is largely untrue.
Mm-hmm.
Because he still has a lot of play left. It's just that due to him being such a veteran, they'd have to pay so much for him. They wouldn't have been able to keep fellas like Moody and whatnot on their team. So they had to release some young blood in order to pay him. And that's what the Warriors, for this decade and a half long run that they've been on, don't do. They believe in young blood.
I got you. But why Draymond there? I mean, the guy is smart, right? The guy can pull a team together. He could talk.
Forward. He starts their offense from the top of the key, bringing the ball up. That's why he's there. He starts. If you notice, he comes up half court. He's dribbling. Passes, he swings around, drops a pin down screen. Curry comes open, may fake, pass to somebody else, get the ball back, 3-point shot. But it all starts with Draymond at the top of the key.
Absolutely. Mr. Sawyer, I am all out of time.
Happy New Year to you too, Stanley.
You too, my brother. Have a good one. Keep it up.
You got to get in earlier so that we could delve this tension between growing local sports locally and growing international sports locally. Right? We got to get into the conversation.
Here's the problem. You heard all the facts and things that he just riddled off just now. Imagine him being with the local organizations and helping.
Mr. Sawyer, we need you to be a statistician for our local sports.
No problem. If the stats are kept properly, I could record it just as well.
Okay, there we go. I pulling you in. You've been hired anyway. Listen, tune in. Pick up today's Guardian, without a doubt, for the sports section. But go online to the Guardian website so you can check out for yourselves the Nassau Guardian's choice for junior female and junior male athletes of the year, senior female and senior male athletes of the year, and the Nassau Guardian's team of the year. Producer, give me 1 second just before we go. Following the men's national cricket team, we have C.I. Gibson Senior Boys Basketball, then Sunland Baptist Senior Boys Basketball, D.W. Davis Junior Boys Basketball, Caribbean Gas Panthers, Sunshine Auto Wildcats, men's soccer, Cybertech Blue Marlins, and St. John's College Junior Boys Basketball. In that order, their selection for teams of the year. And I noticed that there ain't no QC Comets on that list, but QC Comets did some things this year, man. They'll be playing with us sometime.
Collective, maybe not individually, but they did some things collectively.
Yeah, man. Anyway, thank you, Mr. Sawyer, Mr. Mitchell. Thank you very much. I think I can bring you back on Thursday. Would you be available on Thursday of next week?
I'll check my calendar.
Absolutely, because I talk in Majority Rule Day.
Oh, you gotta be here.
Yes, sir. You guys stay tuned. Guardian Radio AM with C.A. Nuri is up next. And Rotary to grill competition. Tailgating. We like that too. Let's do it.